Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you about the creation of the Carrera. The name giving to watches was started by my grandfather. He put the time of trip for the dashboard chronograph, then he put the micrograph, the microsplit, semi-microsplit, and then my father continued with the Otavia, twin time, with the Seafarer. And when I heard the name Carrera for the first time, I said, that's the perfect name for Tag Heuer. I mastered in production and management. We analyzed analog dials and we had a lecture on the legibility of analog dials. Reading a dial without any mistakes was a big thing, and I learned that. That was in me, and it still is today. Therefore, when I created the Carrera, I applied those rules, the proportion of the fifth of a second to the second bar, the thickness of the second bar to the 5-second bar. Generally, they're thirds. You have 2/3 lengths of the fifth of a second to the length of the second. When you apply that systematically, it gives a very clear dial. In my years, in the 60s, there were no sapphire glasses, so all the crystals were in plastic. And then a guy invented a tension ring, and that tension ring had sort of a bezel. And I saw that bezel and said, we can use that. And we put the fifth of a second in that bezel. So suddenly the dial becomes very clear and, I would say, legible and not fulfilled. Chronographs disappeared from the market totally in 78, 79. And so nobody talked about chronographs for many years. And then it started again with Tag Heuer, who relaunched the Carrera modestly. I made a 40-year Carrera, and then I made the 50-year Carrera, and I'm very happy about it. It's really new. First of all, we have an asymmetrical case, as you see, which means you can wear it on the right or on the left side, and it has the influence of the stopwatch, and it has the bars, because I don't want any figures. It's a very innovative piece, and I'm very proud about this. I'm stopping this year, end of this year, so this is my last creation.
This is your last design, yeah.
My last baby.